In any long-term relationship, it's so easy to slip from being these active, engaged partners into just comfortable roommates. So today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea that relationship experts talk about a lot, making that conscious choice to move from just passively coexisting back to an active, intentional pursuit. Let's dive in. So let me just ask you this right off the bat. Is your love on autopilot? I mean, it's such an easy trap to fall into, right? Life gets crazy, routines just kind of take over, and that initial spark, that intentional effort, it can fade away into this comfortable but sometimes really disconnected predictability. And trust me, it's a surprisingly common thing to happen. And see, that autopilot mode, that's what leads directly to what we can call the slow fade of passivity. Now, this isn't about some big dramatic blow up or a huge fight. No, no. It's more like this quiet, totally unintentional drift that happens over years when a relationship is just kind of left to run on its own momentum. And this drift, it actually has a name. It's called passive indifference. Now, that sounds harsh, but it doesn't mean you stopped caring. Not at all. It just means that the active, intentional effort, it gets replaced by comfort and routine. It's that really subtle shift from, I can't wait to learn more about you, to just assuming, I already know everything. So what does this actually look like in real life? Well, it might mean you've stopped really dating your wife. No more planning those special moments just because. It could be that the deep curiosity you had about her world, her thoughts, her job, her passions, it's kind of faded. Romance gets put in a box, saved only for birthdays and anniversaries. And maybe the most dangerous sign of them all, you start to assume you know everything there is to know about her, which kind of closes the door on the person she's still becoming every single day. But here's the really powerful part. You have a choice. You can absolutely shift from that slow fade to what we're calling active pursuit. This is all about making the conscious decision to turn off the autopilot, to actually grab the steering wheel and choose intentional action over just passive reaction. And this table just lays it out so perfectly. Passive indifference just reacts to things as they happen, but active pursuit initiates. Indifference assumes it knows, while pursuit is always trying to learn more. One just coexists in the same space, while the other actively engages. It all boils down to this, moving from what's just comfortable to what is truly intentional. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you put it into practice and start pursuing again? Well, it really boils down to 3 very clear, actionable steps you can take. Here's how it breaks down. First, actively learn her world. Look, people are constantly growing and evolving, and your understanding of her needs to evolve too. Ask her questions you haven't asked in years. Second, initiate romance. Don't wait around for a special occasion to make her feel special. Take the lead on that. And third, prioritize cherishing. And this is a big one. This means actively making her feel valued, secure, and truly seen every single day. Let's zoom in on that last point for a second, because cherishing someone is so much more than just loving them. It's the deliberate, conscious effort that can absolutely transform an entire relationship. Think about it. When a person feels truly cherished, they feel secure, they feel valued, they feel seen. It's like the active ingredient that turns a pretty good partnership into a truly great one. And this quote, man, it just nails it. To cherish someone is not just to love them, but to hold them as precious and to actively demonstrate their value every single day. That right there is the core of this whole thing. It's an active, daily choice to communicate just how incredibly valuable she is to you. So I'll leave you with a question to take with you. What is one active choice, it doesn't matter how small, that you can make today to pursue her? This isn't about grand gestures. It's about taking one single intentional step away from that autopilot. Thanks for tuning in.